In our next problem we're going to consider an invoice, and in that invoice we're going to at first enter the product's name. The products are in the next page. They are actually in 4 categories. They are flour, corn, rice and sugar. They are different qualities, so that's why there are 4 flours, and these all have different prices. And the products have actually brand names like Cocoa Flour, Florax, Icy Flour, and so forth. Now what we want to let the user do is we want to let the user use data validation again and enter a product name in here. So this is the data validation product name. And if when the product has been entered, we're going to use VLOOKUP and look up what kind of a product is it. So basically flour, corn, rice or sugar. Then we're going to let the sales clerk enter the quantities, how many were sold, and we're going to see how much it all costs. So let's begin by giving some names. Let's go to this sheet in here and let's give the names the usual way. So let's select it with the header up here, and let's give formulas, create from selection, top row, and let's click OK. Here it is. This block here is now named product name. So it was formulas, again, formulas, create from selection, and only top row. Left column was wrong because it actually suggested that we would give the names like from the left column to these two. But this is incorrect. We don't want these two to be named cocoa flour. So here it is. We just wanted to give this top-down names, which just means this block is called product name. This block is called product category. This block is called price with sales tax. So this is our table. And also, these names were given for data validation. So as you see, this block here, product name block, will be used in data validation. But we also need a block name for the VLOOKUP, because we need to use VLOOKUP like on this table and look up the price, let's say, or whether it's a corn or a rice. So we will select the table and give this name by hand. Remember, when we have a block that has many rows and many columns, then we can only give the name by hand. Let's click here and let's say products table underscore products underscore table. Enter. Here it is. And let's go to the previous page and let's start using these. The company is here, its data is here on the top of the invoice, and now the product name. Let's select them and choose for data validation, data validation, data validation. Okay, and let's select instead of any value. If you remember, this was list that we used most of the time, and we had to write equals. Certainly write equals for the block name to be used, not just the value that we write in here to be used, but for the block name. And F3 was the key that let us enter the product name. So let's take this and let's select, I think it was product name, so let's click on that and OK, and here it is, equals product name. Let's click again, OK, and we can select these. And let's select a few. It would be better perhaps if all corn, rice, flour and sugar were represented. So let's take it from different places. Okay, here we have them. And now let's tie together the invoice to that data table, table full of data, and let's bring in the categories of products so that we know what we're dealing with. So it's the formula went like this: equals VLOOKUP, parentheses begin. VLOOKUP will have to search for something, so this is the first thing. We click on B7. Next comes the name of the table. The name I think was products table, but just to be sure, let's click on F here.